Welcome to the first episode of Books Know Better, Life Lessons from Books. In today's video we will find how to deal with loneliness, according to the famous novel Moby Dick, written by Herman Melville. Herman Melville was an American novelist born in 1819. Besides novels, he wrote also short stories and poetry, collocating his work in the American Renaissance or Romanticist period. Unfortunately, during his life, his literary capacities were not much considered, and he could not support himself and his family by only his writings. It was only a century later that his writing talent started to be appreciated, and now, Moby Dick, his most famous work, is considered one of the great American novels. Before being a writer, Melville was a young seaman, and his book, Moby Dick, is a story about sea, about whales, and about men catching whales. But above all, Moby Dick is a story about obsession, loneliness, and hope. In a word, a story about life. The feeling of loneliness is a complex human emotion, yet very common in our lives. Loneliness may be different for each of us. There is also a subtle difference between loneliness and solitude, as one can feel lonely when in solitude. Still, being in solitude does not necessarily imply loneliness. Carl Jung, a famous Swiss psychologist and psychiatrist, gave this explanation of loneliness. Loneliness does not come from having no people about one, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important to oneself, or from holding certain views which others find inadmissible. So, the feeling of not being understood, the perception of not being able to share our own thoughts or values in the right way, the strange feeling of not belonging to a place or to a group or generally to the society, these are only a few examples of the perceiving of loneliness. Loneliness may be often experienced by young people as teenagers, but adults and elders also feel lonely, and as the inner feeling is different for each of us, a sense of sadness or sorrow or sometimes despair and hopelessness tie us together in many similar ways. As most of the classics, Moby Dick is a complex masterpiece that offers many interpretations and opens up the possibility of endless analysis. Our focus in this occasion is the sense of restlessness and loneliness that overwhelms the main character, Ishmael, and how he finds his way out. Call me Ishmael. This is the exhortation of our friend at the beginning of the novel. He doesn't say, "My name is Ishmael," neither "I am Ishmael Smith." He simply asks to be called Ishmael. This is the first clue of the deep sense of loss and loneliness that he experiences from the very beginning of the story. He has not a complete name and surname. We don't even know if Ishmael is his real name, or if it's a name he chose just to be called by it, as he didn't deserve more. The immediate solution of Ishmael to his sense of inadequacy to the world is getting off to the sea. The journey on the sea is a metaphor for the universal journey that, at some extent, we all do, searching ourselves and our deep connection to the humanity. So there is no need to embark ourselves in order to fix our loneliness, as we are already on the journey of our lives. Furthermore, loneliness, as all other feelings, will follow us no matter where we go. So let's see how to deal with loneliness in 3 lessons. Number 1. Acceptance. As often happens when we face a change, once on the ship, the sense of loneliness of Ishmael grows till complete isolation. Therefore, he is pushed to separate himself from others till he becomes an outsider observer. This new extreme condition makes him experience something different, something that we may call acceptance of his fate. His mind begins to open, and he becomes able to see in other humans the same need of understanding and acceptance. Farther on, he meets Queequeg, a terrifying cannibal, a giant harpooner, a so-called savage, feared by everybody. Freed from thinking of himself, Ishmael can see beyond Queequeg's fierce appearance, and he is able to fully appreciate his humanity, kindness, and compassion. So, the first lesson is acceptance. Accept yourself. Embrace what you are in the way that you are. Accept what life has to offer you. Accept others. Because even if lonely and in sorrow, you will be led to the opportunity to see beyond yourself and to discover new horizons. Number 2. Kindness. Being kind to another human being brings Ishmael to build a relationship without any expectation, a relationship that becomes a strong bond and makes him understand the most extraordinary thing, that even in the darkest moment, life is not meaningless. Just because, simply enough, you can be kind to somebody. So, the second lesson is kindness. Let's smile. Be kind to others. Be kind to yourself. Smile, and someone will smile you back. Create a connection without expecting anything in change. Be kind to life, and life will return you kindness. Number 3. A biggest purpose. Ishmael has a hard time dealing with the complexity of feeling out of place. Nevertheless, he discovers that he, as each of us, has a role in the vast design of fate. Although he cannot fully understand the mystery of his existence, he knows that his purpose is to live. So, the third lesson from Moby Dick is: be alive. You may not fully see it, but you're important as part of something greater and mysterious that goes beyond comprehension. You are an opportunity in this incredible enigma called life. Let's appreciate being alive and the chance we have to realize it. So, acceptance, kindness, and a bigger purpose are 3 ways to fight loneliness, according to the novel Moby Dick, written by Herman Melville. If you liked the video and you're interested in similar topics, please subscribe for further content. Feel free to comment and to share the video. Thank you for watching.